Hello everybody. Today I'm gonna give my opinion on the entire Medla situation regarding the Shaco nerfs / Duskblade nerfs and other assassins getting a compensation buff, which Shaco's not gonna get. So for the people who missed the entire situation, I'm gonna try and sum it up as quick as possible. Basically, Riot posts gameplay changes for the upcoming patches, and they announced a Duskblade nerf. Now, they also announced some compensation buffs for champions that use Duskblade. Now, you would obviously think that Shaco is one of them, but no, he isn't. Instead of Shaco being buffed, Kha'Zix, Rengar, and other assassins are getting buffed, but Shaco's not one of them. Even the AD carries are getting a buff. Even Misfortune or Quinn are getting a compensation buff for a Duskblade nerf. Yeah. So after the Shaco mains realized that Shaco wasn't on the buff list, they went ahead and asked Medla about what the hell was going on. Was it a mistake, or why wasn't he on the list? Because Shaco seems like a pretty weak champion, since he really relies on Duskblade, so a compensation buff would really be needed. Now, yeah, Medla responded with something that most of us didn't expect. So let's take a look at what Medla has to say. Basically, I'm gonna quote him. We're talking about Shaco. By the way, before I read this out, just look at the fucking grammar, okay? Look at how many times he uses the word already. Okay, let's start. We're talking about Shaco. Risked there is he's pretty strong already at most skill levels already. So we'd already been considering a nerf on pub storm grounds. Nothing conclusive yet, but let's sure we should add power to him as a result, even if Duskblade gets nerfed. So let me tell you this, Medla. I'm pretty sure you aren't really that retarded, are you? You probably got stomped a couple of times by a Shaco that ganked the shit out of your lane, and you're just like, man, this champion is really broken, I need to nerf him. I don't have a problem with Kha'Zix because on my elo people don't have a brain and don't know how to play Kha'Zix, so let's nerf Shaco. Yeah. See, the thing is, Rengar has like a triple auto attack reset now that his Q got reverted. And Kha'Zix has a base damage of like 600 at level 18, while Shaco's base damage is at 155. Not counting and scaling, obviously, because that wouldn't be base damage then. How is it even fair to compare a Kha'Zix with a Shaco? Not that he's comparing it, but he's buffing a Kha'Zix, he's buffing a Rengar, but not buffing a Shaco because he is too strong already in most skill levels already. So we're already considering... Like, do you want people to take you serious? That's what I'm trying. Like, are you? The amount of trash you are talking is so insane that it actually gets me angry. So many people on Shaco have pointed out your shit talk, and there are countless memes already making fun of you and your stupid decision. And there's no apology. You're sticking to your opinion. You won't even. What? Like, are you serious? Dude, this is the biggest joke I've seen in a long time made by Riot. You could obviously argue that Shaco has a 53% win rate, so he's broken, right? No, he's not broken. Basically, only Shaco one-trick ponies play Shaco. Shaco is too complex of a champion that requires a lot of brain power that Medla doesn't have to play properly. You just can't pick up Shaco for 1 or 2 games and just hard carry games because it's kind of hard to play as Shaco. But, you know, most people just don't get it, I guess, because I don't know why. I mean, just look at Shaco's all-in. Shaco has to use his ult to 100% one-shot somebody, while Kha'Zix and Rengar, yes, they have to jump in as well and use their ults as well, but they can get out. Rengar has a built-in cleanse in his combo, and he gets like 500 movement speed. So there's that. Kha'Zix is stealth, he can go in, he can even jump in and jump back out if he evolves his E's, or he can just ult out again. Like, what does Shaco do? Does he just walk away with like 400 movement speed? So all in all, it's actually not about the Duskblade nerf. I think Duskblade is pretty strong. But the sad thing is that Shaco has to build. He has to build Duskblade. It's the only item that he can rush. Like, any other item makes him fall behind or be really useless in my opinion. You could argue that you can rush Static Shiv into Infinity Edge and then into Duskblade, but that delays your power spike by like another 20 minutes, because you need to get the Static Shiv first and then Infinity Edge. And even then, you don't have a guaranteed crit, and if you don't crit and you are unlucky, then what are you gonna do? Feels bad, man. But yeah, as I said, Duskblade nerf is kinda justified, I guess. The item was pretty strong, the base damage is really high in my opinion. But then giving a compensation buff to other assassins, I mean honestly, some assassins listed by Medla are really not that strong. But nerfing Shaco and not giving him a compensation buff, while Rengar, Kha'Zix and stuff get one. Even AD carries get a compensation buff. Misfortune is getting a compensation buff. Quinn. I mean, Quinn is kind of understandable, I guess, because she is a top laner and she used to buy it. But like, she's a marksman. She's not an assassin. Why? Just the fact that you're saying that Shaco needs a nerf. Please, see, it's gonna happen in patch 8.6. At least that's what he announced. So there's there's one more patch in between. So for the love of God, please Medla, please reconsider your decisions, listen to the community, and be smart. That's all we want from you. You can mistakes, that is obvious, everybody does mistakes, nobody's perfect, but not seeing that you are talking so much trash, that is really not so that's not cool, man. That is really not cool. So yeah, I mean, I kinda understand why some people would say that Shaco is broken. It's not because of his early game, that's for sure, because his early game is probably the weakest early game of pretty much any jungler at the moment. But then his late game is such a huge power spike. The fact that he has a clone that deals almost at the same damage as Shaco himself, that can also crit, that applies Duskblade and stuff, and on-hit effects, for some reason not Static Shift though, which is a bug, right, please fix, thanks. I can understand that, but the problem is, it is so easy to counter him. He buy Ninja Tabis, and 10% of the damage you do is reduced. And then also, because of the bonus armor you get from Ninja Tabis, most of the AD carries have at least 100 armor at level 18, which blocks another 50%. So that is kinda, that's a lot, I think, in my opinion. And then if you buy GA, that is the cherry on top of the ice thingy, whatever you call it, I don't know the English saying. But yeah, Shaco is RIP. Even only GA makes Shaco kinda RIP. And then in combination with Ninja Tabis, dude, be gone. Like, Shaco is not gonna do anything. And if the mid laner gets Zhonya's, that's just as bad. Because you cannot one-shot him so fast that the mid laner doesn't have any time to react and press Zhonya's. And most of the time the support has CC or a shield and they can instantly turn on Shaco and you basically die. So yeah, the early game of Shaco is really weak. His late game is really strong. So maybe, I don't know, maybe nerf Ninja Tabis, make his early game stronger but his late game a bit weaker. I don't know. It's, as I said, it's really hard to balance Shaco. So making a mistake is fine, because we're there to point the mistake out and say, okay, you know what, that was a shit buff, or that was a shit nerf. That's no problem. But nerfing a champion 3 times in a row so that he is so much utter garbage, I don't know, right, man? That is not cool. Reconsider your decisions, please, and just don't, because we have a community of a couple hundred to 1,000 people that love the champion we play. And because of you guys, because you can't handle it, is, see, the thing is, it is not that Shaco is actually broken. There's so much counterplay to him. As I said, Ninja Tabis, there's Zhonya's, there's GA. For Ezreal, there's even Iceborne Gauntlet. I had an Ezreal in the enemy team who had 200 armor. Is that fun to play against? I don't think so. Well, now also, the enemy team could literally buy 5 oracles, like the oracle lens, and have have perma vision of Shaco. It doesn't reveal Shaco, that is true, but the red silhouette is so obvious and it is seen so well that it counters Shaco by so much. It is so disgusting to play against it. Like if somebody, for example, enemy team tries to siege the Nexus tower, or not the Nexus, the Inhib tower, or the Inhib in general, you try to go in, but they have oracle. you're dead. There's nothing you can do. They will spot you, they will like use their escape ability away, and they will turn everything on you. And it's a 4v5 and you basically lose the game. And if you are gonna nerf Shaco, for the love of God, please change his E and revert the base damage to like 5 at level 18 or rank 5 on the E. Or maybe even better, if you're gonna nerf his E, might as well nerf it really hard and make his E heal the enemies. Thanks. You might as well make the backstab deal less damage than the normal auto attack while you're at it. And also, maybe the Q, if you Q, yes, you get invisible, but you jump to a random location or you don't jump at all. That would be pretty cool. And the box should maybe, I don't know, you'll find something for box and for the ult probably. But yeah, goodbye. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed my video, please leave a like. And if you want to see my future videos, consider subscribing. If you have any kind of questions or video ideas, leave a comment down below. Thank you.